Hey guys, Kyle here today. I figured I would make a little rant video today for some reason. I just feel like ranting. And it's funny because it's Easter Sunday, and I feel like I should be happy-go-lucky right now. But I can't help but want to speak my thoughts today. And I'm scrolling YouTube, and obviously Devilmaycry has people up in arms, the anime. And is it? I mean, okay, how do I narrow this down? So, as a longtime fan, and we're talking, I've been playing the games since, I literally kid you not, since, God, 6th grade for me. So, 6th grade for me was 2006. So, this is a long time ago. So, I remember going to GameStop, and I remember getting the series in a GameStop bargain bin back in the day. Okay? And I remember it was dirt cheap. Like, it was literally fucking $20. Excuse me. It was literally 20. It was like 20 to 30 something bucks for all three games. So I got Devilmaycry 3 Special Edition. I got DMC2, Devilmaycry 1, and it was Devilmaycry 1 was like $1 or something crazy. Like, it was just so cheap. DMC2 was like $3, and 3 was like 15 or something. I don't remember the exact number, but I remember it was cheap, and I remember buying it, and I was excited because when I was little, when I was like 7 or 8 years old, my older brother had a friend come over, and he had brought over Devil May Cry 1, and I remember seeing this action game, and I remember it being like super creepy and cool, and it was just awesome, and I remember the character stuck with me. Like, I remembered what he looked like, and I remember some point at GameStop one time, and I was in the bargain bin and found it. So that's the story behind that, and I remember playing it. And I remember falling in love with this character, and this is like 20 years ago. This is like 19, 18 years ago, some crap. And I remember I would talk about it at school and stuff, and nobody knew what I was talking about. But people knew what Ratchet and Clank was, people knew what that was. People knew, your Jack and Daxters, and whatnot, and people were talking about the Wii and all the exciting stuff back in the day, and nobody really cared what Devil May Cry was, right? My point is 20 years ago, 19 years ago, when it was new and fresh, nobody cared what it was, and like, now I kind of get what gatekeeping is. Before I knew what it was, but I didn't know what it really was, and now I know what it is. Now I really do know what gatekeeping is, because I see people now who have never played the games, and they make money off of it now. People make money off their Let's Plays and upload it to YouTube now. Like, and they've never even played these games, they just watch the anime. Like, part of me is just mad, because I remember an era, I remember a time where no one cared. I remember a time when you would get spit on for liking anime. It was worse than, the hub. It was worse than getting caught with your mommy's beer or daddy's wine or whatever, like, I had it backwards, but you get my point. Like, I remember it was bad to like anime. It was looked frowned upon, and Devil May Cry was kind of anime. I mean, that's a kind of an anime game, and I'm using that as an example. Like, no one cared. So high school comes around, and Devil May Cry 4 comes out, and I had a friend. I knew one person who I had a class with that knew what Devil May Cry was. One, and he was a senior. I believe it was beginning TV. It was a class where we basically read a script into a camera, and me and him would we would space off, and we would BS about how cool Devil May Cry was, and that was it. I didn't know a single other person that knew what that game was until, like, way later in life, like 2016, when I was playing Overwatch. My friend Shadow. That was it. That was it. Nobody else knew what the fuck that game was. And, like, looking back on things, and this Devil May Cry anime has done tremendous for the series. Devil May Cry as a whole. And I'm thankful for it, but I'm also kind of bitter about it, because I know the Gen Z kids and the new generation get to use that as content to make money. Like, I'm kind of mad. Like, part of me is just kind of sad that it has to be like that. Like, that's just what. This is just bullshit. I'm sorry. It's just bullshit. Like, where's my break, huh? Like, I remember getting spit on and laughed at for liking it. But now these new kids get to make actual money and profit off of it. Like, dude, it's just not fair. If you're a Gen Z kid, and you're coming across this video, just Pay your respects, man. I would just, that's all I gotta say. Like it, I'm so happy new people are getting in the show, because I remember when no one even cared what it was. I remember getting laughed at, made fun of for like an anime. I remember having to hide in a closet to watch it because it was worse than the hub. So, you know, like it's, we've come a long way, and just respect your elders, you know, like, and that that's just funny to say, because as someone who, you know, liked old music, I was a big, you know, 80s metal kid when I was in high school. I liked emo and I liked 80s metal. I was such a weird kid back then. So, you know, my taste varied. And now I understand what the whole gatekeeper thing is. Now I get it. And it's, you know, it sucks that we're at a point now where I actually get it from both spectrums. And, you know, now it's kind of weird. I didn't make money, though, and, you know, off listening to, you know, music and stuff. But now the new generation of content creators that get to stream and stuff, that they all make money. And, you know, that makes me pissed. I mean, that should be me. I should be getting a piece of this cut. And I feel like all the old Devilmaycry fans that were there from, let alone the beginning, like, there's probably fans out there who have been playing it since 2001, you know, and it's like, damn, you know, you've been playing it longer than me. And I'm like, where do we, where's our, you know, cut of this? Like, what about the fans that had to be there when no one cared what it was? You know, like, that's kind of where I'm at. So anyway, that's basically the rant. So thanks for listening, dudes. And I'm really happy that we had the Devilmaycry anime. I'm really happy that it made new exposure. But part of me is just like in the cross where I'm just like, why can't I have a piece of this cut? You know. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Oh man.